Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Mr. Controversy, and welcome back for another episode of Coffee Shop Chatter. So, as you know, gotta have the coffee, no props, real thing going, Colombian. So, you have students that's been interrupting, you know, graduations and all other kind of things that were put in place by previous students or things that they want to do on campus campgrounds. So, I guess MIT's had enough of it, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into it.
Breaking news at MIT, students are now being suspended for actions related to the pro-Palestinian protests. Hello, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I'm Priscilla Castle.
And I'm Glenn Jones. MIT becomes the latest college to enforce this kind of punishment. NBC 10's Michael Rosenfield is live near the campus in Cambridge. So, Michael, what's the reaction tonight?
That's right, Glenn. Suspensions have started here at MIT. That's the latest word from the campus administration here. This follows what happened here at MIT yesterday afternoon. Students here had been told to abandon the tent encampment by 2:30 yesterday. Most did so, but a few hours later, a couple hundred protesters came storming back, toppling over metal barricades and gathering inside the encampment once again. The school said today dozens of interim suspensions and referrals to the Committee on Discipline are now in process. Meantime, today, a large group of Jewish students celebrated the upcoming Israel Independence Day. They set up right next to the pro-Palestinian encampment. They had reserved the space months ago. They were offered another spot, but they wanted to be where they planned, on the lawn in the center of campus today.
We should be able to use campus spaces when we reserve them. We shouldn't be evicted by another group which didn't have authorization to use the space. And we feel that the encampment should be taken down. We should have the freedom and the right to exist on this campus as Jews and as Israelis.
For us, there's way more on the line than being suspended from school.
So you're prepared to face whatever consequences there may be?
Yeah, I think that that's sort of crucial for us to be able to keep this campaign going, to recognize that it's about more than us as individuals, and also to understand that the more of us come out, the harder it is to bring these kinds of punishments against students.
So the school has not said how long it will now allow this tent encampment to remain here. Clearly, the 2:30 deadline yesterday was not followed by the protesters or the administration. Live at MIT, Michael Rosenfield, NBC 10 Boston.
So, first to MIT. Suspend their asses. That's all I gotta say. If it was me, I was the chancellor or the president or whatever, I will be suspending people left and right. You can protest, you could still attend classes. And like I said, there's no leadership in this. It's just a bunch of children acting like, well, so-called adults, but acting like toddlers with no direction. You can go to class. Those who aren't in class, you protest. And you just keep it going. But now you're infringing on the rights of other students to attend class or hold whatever it is they want to do within that area. Like you had like some Jewish students. They did the right thing. They did the paperwork. But now they're being inhibited by a bunch of protesters. You have protesters running amok inside of graduations. As a parent, I can tell you I would be pissed off if my daughter's graduating and then it's being interrupted by a bunch of, I'm just calling it, they're a bunch of dumbasses. You know, why are you interrupting something that clearly has nothing to do with you? Other thing I realized is, and someone else had also pointed out, is there's a lot of women, way more women than men that's part of this. You have the men that was actually doing the right thing at UNC, putting up the flag. But when you start seeing the media coverage, look at the crowd. and look at what the percentage of that crowd is made up of. It's women. Why? Because men have been emasculated. Most this younger generation, they don't know how to lead, so they're being led by women. I'm gonna just call it what it is. They are being led by women. So you have women leading men who's acting out of emotion, but they're not thinking logically. And actual men will understand what I'm saying when I differentiate the two. One is acting emotional, but one is the logical. Hence is why you notice why the U.S. hasn't voted for a woman president, because we look at men as natural, supposed to be natural leaders, because we're considered the logical thinkers. We don't think out of emotions. Because kind of like you see now, the women they're emotional. For a country that if you flip and say we was having the issues that those countries were having, you think they'd be out there protesting? They'll be sitting there looking like, damn, the USA is a mess. Which in reality, we have our own issues going on that some other countries are having, but ain't nobody sending us no money. Ain't nobody sending us, any packages or anything for our homeless people. But no, I'm glad MIT did that. I hope other schools start looking at doing that. So I'd like to know what you think. Do you think MIT did the right thing? Do you think colleges need to start suspending them? Do you think colleges need to start firing some of these teachers that's involved in this? Because, that's a gray area. You're a teacher at an institution, but then you're taking part of a protest outside of the school in which you work at. There's like a conflict. That's kind of why one thing I love about the military, we can't do that. We couldn't do that. Go ahead and get in a protest if you want to. See if they don't boot you up out the military or court martial you, because there's grounds for court martial, and you can go to jail. So, I'd like to know what you think. If you haven't, get right over there, hit that subscribe button. For some of you that I don't know what you're waiting on, if you don't subscribe, you ain't black. If you don't subscribe, you ain't white. Hey, I'm pulling a double Biden. Nobody get mad at him when he said it, so don't get mad at me because I said it. But hey, see you around YouTube, and I'll be chat with some of you down in the comments.